YouTube, what's going on? It's your guy, Professor Smell Good, and we back, baby. All right, you guys, how you guys doing, man? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the hate. Thank you guys for the likes, dislikes, all of that good stuff, man. Thank you guys for it. All right, so with that being said, man, I want to talk a little bit about. Remember the dream that I mentioned the other day? I had a dream that it was giving me the instructions how to make a scent and telling me the name of the scent. Remember that? Okay. Now, I got a little bit more details to that now, because I found out that the name that was given to me for the fragrance in the dream was not actually telling me to name the fragrance that, but the name is long. It's a long name. The name was actually giving me the ingredients to the fragrance so that I would not forget it. I'll say that again. The dream was giving me the name to the fragrance, not so that I can name it that name, but so I can know the ingredients to the fragrance just in case I actually forgot it. Let me tell you what's so powerful about that. Because this dream, understand, the creator, let me just say that, because the creator is the one to give you the good dreams, know how I thinks. Know my thought process. Know how I digest things, right? So that's pretty deep, man, because it dawned on me, man, after a couple of days. I'm like, wow. The name of the fragrance is actually giving me the ingredients step by step. I'm talking about in complete order, man, like complete order. From first, second, third, fourth, all of the words in order according to how to make it. And I was like, wow, that is so profound, man. That is very, very profound right there. So, that's what I want to mention. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I'm actually really excited, man, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about making this specific fragrance, man. I think it's going to be a really hot one. It's going to be a very, very good fragrance, man. It's going to be an all-season fragrance, but of course, it's going to project the best in the wintertime. I think that all nationalities, they will cater to this specific scent. And I mean, how many people actually make a scent based upon the dream that they have? I mean, you tell me. You know, most perfumers, to be honest with you, a lot of them guys, man, they don't have dreams about how to make a fragrance, right? It's either, it was an ancient fragrance from before, they smelled the bottle and they duplicated it and they remade it. That's pretty much it. But in order for you to have a dream about a fragrance, that requires some type of deep love for it, some deep passion and deep determination, some very deep, unwavering faith. That's what it really takes for you to have a dream about something that you do, right? So, with that being said, man, that's pretty much it. Also, it was a couple more things that I want to mention, as opposed to making other videos. I can just put it all in here. All right, so another thing that I want to mention to you guys is samples, okay? Now, I remember before I used to actually do samples. I remember that. I mean, but as you live and you do business, man, you grow. You make mistakes and you err, and you own your mistakes as a man, and you take a loss and you grow from it, man, and you learn to be better. That's what it's called. Wisdom, experience, maturity. That's what it's called. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said something very interesting. He said a believer is never stung in the same hole twice. The believer is never stung in the same hole twice. Like after the first time, you fall into something. Like as they say, fool me the first time, shame on you. But if you fool me the second time, shame on me. I should know better by then. So, so with the samples, I'm not doing any more samples. I mean, the bottles are like $5 to $7 each. So I mean, the minimum is $25 shipping. I mean, yeah, $25 plus shipping. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. I mean, I don't think people are that broke to not spend that much amount. As opposed, and the samples are very time consuming too, man. They're very, very time consuming, man. Filling up those little small vials it's not easy, man. It takes a lot of time. Then labeling them, it takes a lot of time, man. Filling up 20 little small vials takes like 40 minutes, man. It does. It takes like 40 minutes. You know, bottling them up, labeling them. You got to put the tape on it so that it won't smear. All of that, man. So no more samples. I'm not sending out any more samples. You got to actually buy the bottle, man. Buy the bottle. Because, you know, one thing that I also notice about that as well is that a lot of times you send out samples and, you know, they never even buy. You know, they never buy. You know, they call and say the quality is pretty good. You know, I love the quality. They last a long time. You know, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. But after it's all said and done, they really never purchase. And so that's actually one of the reasons why, you know, I'm not doing wholesale at this moment. I probably bring it back. I probably bring it back around the springtime. But as of right now, I'm not doing any wholesale. Just retail. You know, because, you know, you're buying, you know, all of these products and, you know, it's just sitting there, right? And, you know, because as, you know, entrepreneur, when you buy a product, you give it a certain amount of deadline before you expect it to sell. If it does not sell, then you got to try something a little bit different. As I was talking to a millionaire one day, and he was telling me, because he's in the oil game too, and he was telling me, you know, he said, you know, one of the worst mistakes that I've made is buying a whole lot of fragrances that sit that I can't even sell. So no wholesale. No wholesale right now. Wholesale probably be back, inshallah, probably this spring, maybe April or maybe March, Allahu Alam. You know, but as of right now, just only retail. That's one thing that I wanted to mention. So no more samples. Just got to buy it. And also another thing too, I found out, man, is being black is tough, man. Being black is really, really tough, especially doing business with your people. It's really tough, man. You know, black people, if you don't know what I'm talking about, black people, of course. You know, it's really tough because, you know, like, they ask for a sample. They ask to buy samples. Like, you spending $30 on samples, you might as well just buy other bottles. You know what I'm saying? Buy the bigger bottles, you know. So they buy the samples, and then, you know, you're trying to chase them down for a sale. I'm not gonna chase nobody down for a sale, man. I'm done with that stage, man. I'm done with that. You know, I graduated from that stage. I'm not chasing. One time after that, that's it. I'm not doing it. If after the first time, maybe second time after that, it's not for me. It wasn't meant for me. So you're chasing down a sale, but, you know, when they do business with other cultures, right? They never ask for samples. I know big companies right now. I know companies that have been selling oils for a while, and nobody never just go there and ask for samples. Black people don't ask, you know, could you send me samples out? Could you imagine? Only company that really just send out samples like that, where you can buy samples, is the big corporations that they sell the oils by the 25 pound, by the drum. They send out samples because obviously you don't want to buy a large quantity of oil and it's not of your liking or it's not what you've been expecting. So that makes sense. But, you know, I'm done with those samples. Nope, you live and you learn. Also, what I wanted to talk about is I heard somebody mention this as well. I heard it for the first time. I heard it like 2 times, and then I heard one of the guys I look up to. I heard him mention it, and I was like, and then it really resonated with me, all of the things that, you know, my journey, being an entrepreneur, selling oils and things like that. It really resonated with me, man. He was talking about quality clientele. Quality clientele, right? He was talking more specifically about the 10%, if there's a 10%. So in other words, what he's saying is, like, say, for example, 90% of the people, you know, you're chasing them down for a sale, and after it's all said and done, they never buy anyway, and then you got 10% that really are your true loyal supporters. Focus on that 10%, man. Like, don't give a dang about those 90%, because those 90%, obviously, they don't care. They don't care enough about you for you to do better for yourself. So why would you even care about them? Focus on that 10%. That 10%, you give your energy and you give your time to them. That 10%. Focus on that 10%. That 10% will get you rich. That 90% will make you broke. Okay? I'll say it again. That 90% will make you broke, and that 10% will make you rich. Okay? If that 10% is the 20% to you, focus on that 20%. Okay? Lately, it's been really interesting lately, man. Lately, my biggest supporters actually, you know who my 10% have actually become? It shocked me, man, because I've been dealing with a lot of white people lately, and they have been my biggest supporters, man. It actually really shocked me. It really, 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 really shocked me, man. It really shocked me. Like, they have been, like, especially, coming across, them finding out that I sell oils and Professor Smell Good, the YouTube channel, and, my own little creation and my fragrances. And most importantly, they are so excited to hear me talk about the history of the oils. They are really excited. They was like, man, I've heard, like, man, that is so cool, man. Like, wow, like, I mean, I would have never imagined, that there was such a deep history, talking about Dr. Ben. They're like, wow, I never knew that, especially the place out there in Ferndale. It's called Blue Nile. Remember I did a video about that one? Okay, a lot of people, white people, go there to eat, and for them to find out about Blue Nile and know that's a fragrance, it blew them away. So, shout out to my white supporters, man. Of course, the black supporters, of course. I can't leave you guys out. But I'm at the point right now in my business where I'm really only focusing on quality clientele. And it ain't got nothing to do with race. It honestly don't have nothing to do with race. It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, when somebody want to see you do better, you don't care how they look. And, of course, I'm a black conscious person, but also I'm a black conscious person. But the thing is, I'm about authenticity. Authenticity ain't got no color. It ain't got no color to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came across a lot of fake black people. I came across a lot of fake white people. I came across a lot of genuine black people, and I came across not a lot of genuine white people, but for as far as from what I came across, they have been pretty genuine, man. They have been, of course, what I've seen. I haven't seen anything different. Pretty genuine, and they actually excited about what I do. And some of them, actually, they I have to call some of them. They trying to get me to a place where I can, I don't want to blow my blessings, but they trying to get me to a place where I need to be. Let me just say that. But anyhow, one last thing. You live, you learn, man. You live, you learn. All right, so I'll be 18. I mean, 18, not 18, excuse me. I wish. I will be 33, inshallah, Allah's willing, God willing, on the 18th, which is actually tomorrow. Tomorrow, if Allah permits me to live, I will be 33 tomorrow. I will be the same age as Jesus Christ. I'll be same age as Jesus. Ironically, my name is Isa, which means Jesus in Arabic. All right, so I would be the same age as him. All right, but anyhow, tomorrow, that's according to what you guys say, that's my birthday tomorrow. One last thing. Energy. If you notice something about me, my experience, what thing is about me, when I have experience, I give that experience to you, so therefore, you can go through a much smoother path, right? So it can make it easier for you. Of course, you're gonna run into thorns and pitfalls and foxholes, right? And it's going to be a lot of danger on the road, but that doesn't mean that you stop. You just learn how to maneuver differently. That's all that is. Last thing is energy. Be around people that absorbs your energy. Listen carefully to this. When you're around somebody, let's say, for example, if I'm talking to a person, I say, hey, man, how you doing, man? You all right today? Let's say if it's a person that you know, right? No, matter of fact, it doesn't have to be a person that you know. It's, hey, man, how you doing today, man? You doing all right today? If a person says, hey, man, I am doing great today, man. Listen, how are you? That person is absorbing your energy. Continue talking to them. If you talk to a person and you say, hey, man, how are you doing today? And your person be like, all right. Stop talking. Stop talking. When you say something profound to a person and they just say, oh, okay. Right. Stop talking. Anybody that does not absorb your energy, man, just cut the conversation. She got Professor Smell Good. Be around people that absorb your energy. Keep learning, keep studying, be humble, be patient. All right, work hard, be consistent, stay prayed up. She got Professor Smell Good. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks.